Lions TV, full time from the den. When it's finished, Millwall 0, Coventry City 1. Listen, I love Neil Harris, and I appreciate that there's players missing, and I appreciate that the conditions were a lot more difficult today. However, with the depth in our squad, I do not know how we haven't turned Coventry over. What? Harris, listen, I'm going to be really honest with you. You were so fucking clueless today. It's unreal, and that's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to pick that formation at home. It's embarrassing to pick the players that you've picked, because Duncan Watmore, as far as I'm concerned, hasn't played for, what, 5 games now? Or played very little. Honeyman is not a 10. Get it in your head. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. Right, Honeyman's a centre midfielder. Put him in centre midfield, ain't got a problem. And actually done most of his best work in midfield, making tackles, breaking up play. Right, and then you put him up in that fucking 10 role, right? And he does nothing. He does nothing. Duncan Watmore running balls off of the pitch, right? When you've got a Maku who you put on and he does that, right? We've all said it. You got 12,000, 14,000 fans there that all know it. You've got all the fans around the world, people like me sitting at home, knowing that you should go 4-4-2 in that type of game, put wingers on, right, and put 2 strikers on and put pressure on them. But you don't do that because you're naive and you're stubborn, right? We all love you, Harris, right? But there is a limit, right? And you're starting to push buttons now. Right, and this is exactly what's going to happen. You've got us into a good position, and then you're going to start fucking it up due to your stubbornness. Right, the reason why we lost that game isn't because SA wasn't playing, isn't because Tanganga wasn't playing, isn't because it was windy. Before you come out of all these shitty excuses, the reason why we didn't win that game or get anything from that game is because you picked a stupid fucking formation against a shit, weak Coventry team, and you decided to change it when it was too late, right? Second half, I'm fully expecting you to come out 4-4-2 there, take them fucking idiots off, Watmore and Honeyman, right? And by the way, I ain't blaming them because they're doing a job that you tell them to do, right? But you take the idiots off and you go 4-4-2 from half-time and you go at them, right? But you don't, do you? You don't. Listen, I don't know whether it's your decision or it's them 2 fucking idiots that sit next to you giving you the advice, right? But anybody can see it other than you, right? You're going to end up walking away from this job, or you're going to end up having the fans turn on you, Harris. And I don't want that. Just do what's right, because you did do it when you first come here. And now all of a sudden you ain't. But all that quality on the bench and you're leaving it on the side and still playing the likes of Watmore, Honeyman, they're no good. They're no good. They're great to have as squad players, but they're no good. Like, come on. Does Watmore even get on if everyone's fit? No. Right? I thought the defence held their own for the first half. You know, but obviously a bit of experience lacking in the second half. Look, that's to be expected. Leonard don't play centre-back. Murray Wallace hasn't played all season. Danny Max hardly had a go. The only player really who was playing in the right position there was Joe Bryan. And Joe Bryan's been our worst defender out of the 4 this season. So, you know, you're going to expect mistakes from that. But there was absolutely nothing. And it weren't until... I mean, you put people up front. I don't know whether you even went 4-4-2 to start off with when you put Ivanovic on and Amaku, because the midfield was dropping again. Like, why are you letting the midfield drop so deep when we're 1-0 down at home? 37% possession, by the way, at home against a shit Coventry side. You should be embarrassed of yourself, Harris, and it's got to change. On to the next one. Come on, you Lions.